7. Barrett outside, the switch. Doncic goes, oh, what a great step! And then he hammers it home! Broke his ankles!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are doing well. I apologize about the hair. The hair is freaking crazy. It's insane. Hopefully I do go on to get a haircut soon. But the New York Knicks are actually taking on the Washington Wizards tomorrow night. We're going to be on the road, our second preseason game, and there's some notable things that are going to go on to happen, or just some notable updates. I'm not sure about Nerlens Noel's status, if he's going to go on to play tomorrow night. We know Mitchell Robinson is still recovering. We don't even know if he's going to be back opening night, so that is kind of alarming, and we need Noel to come back healthy. And if Noel comes back healthy, I wouldn't mind seeing him shoot a couple three balls, because it's the preseason. It's the time to shoot the three balls. And another notable thing, Julius Randle is ruled out of this basketball game versus the Washington Wizards tomorrow night because his child is expected to be born. Kendra Randle and Julius Randle's child. Kaiden, we'll see if he gets a sister, gets a brother. It should just be awesome, and hopefully they have a healthy baby and everything goes well. So congratulations to the Randle family and just all their loved ones. I just hope everything goes well. And Randle just seems like a humble dude off the court. He really spends a lot of time with his son when he's not playing basketball, and his wife. He just seems like a down-to-earth great guy, and I'm very happy that he represents our franchise, not just on the court, but also off the court as well. But this Wizards game is actually going to be very interesting because, what did I just say? Randle's ruled out. So that means Obi Toppin might be starting versus the Washington Wizards. I'm going to say this right now. He better start. I swear to freaking God. Like, I'm sorry, God. But Tom Thibodeau, if he starts Taj Gibson, I don't even know what to say. That will just frustrate me so freaking much. I hope Taj Gibson starts at the 5, Obi starts at the 4. We'll see what goes on to happen. There's some question marks, is there going to be more young players? Is RJ going to get involved in the action off the dribble more, if you know what I'm saying? But Obi Toppin, he put in the work this past summer. Of course, he's always put in the work. He has a great work ethic, but his back to the basket game, his mechanics of his jump shot, getting a wider base, maybe taking it stronger to the basket, his handle looks better. He just looks more confident, He's entering the NBA, or the second year of the NBA, more confident, knowing what to expect from Tom Thibodeau and what he preaches. So that should be exciting to really watch. It is the preseason. This is the time to just get all the jitters out, or just make mistakes now. Obviously you're going to make mistakes in the regular season, but these games don't really count. But the Wizards are a very interesting group. I believe they have 6 brand new players on that roster, adding a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie. You have Kyle Kuzma. I literally have the whole list here to make sure I don't miss all the names, notable new brand new additions. So Kyle Kuzma, Spencer Dinwiddie, Aaron Holiday, Montrezl Harrell, Caldwell Pope, Corey Kispert. And the reason why they got a majority of those players is because the Lakers went on to trade for Russell Westbrook. But it is pretty disappointing that Deni Avdija is still out with that pretty gruesome injury that went on to happen. I believe he just recently got out of his boot, which is a good thing. But they want to make sure he's able to go when it comes to the regular season. But just seeing the chemistry of Spencer Dinwiddie out there, I believe Bradley Beal is going to be playing in this game. He hasn't been ruled out. And Montrezl Harrell, I've always thought of him as kind of an old school type of big. He is kind of undersized for his position, but he plays so strong and physical. I've always respected the way he's played the game. But Rui being out, kind of hurts me, as a fan, because I'm a big Rui Hachimura fan. I loved watching him at Gonzaga. And if you didn't know, he played with Corey Kispert, because Corey Kispert, I believe, played all 4 years of collegiate basketball. So they had that chemistry there. But with Rui being out, they're unfortunately not going to be able to play together. But Corey Kispert actually just came off of, a solid outing versus the Houston Rockets. I believe he had 11 or 12 points. Just the mechanics on his shot are just so fluid. I'm interested to see what else he's going to bring to the game, though. I've compared him to a Doug McDermott, but maybe he ends up like a Joe Harris, like Kyle Korver, that level of an elite shooter, because he has the mechanics. He has the work ethic of just repetition, just putting up shots over and over again. I think he has one of the most beautiful shooting strokes already in the league. He got a lot of comparisons to Joe Harris. But obviously, I'm not really thinking about winning when it comes to these preseason games, just things to really look out for, and just hopefully we see the improvement of certain things these players been working on, RJ Barrett shooting off the dribble. In the second game, will we look to get RJ Barrett involved even more in the offense of having him create his own shot, if you know what I mean? Because this is a time to make mistakes and just put everything out there on the court that they've been working on. Obviously, you want to take it serious as well, run your set plays at times, but sometimes you don't want to just let out everything that you're going to do in the regular season and really expose it, even though it's different from the NFL, the preseason and all that, more of the starters do play in the NBA. Hopefully we get to see RJ have more of an opportunity shooting off the dribble, but maybe he's not in that position yet that he's good enough to really perform or just shoot jump shots off the dribble. And Jericho Sims is someone I would really think about in this game. Like, yes, we haven't had rookies playing, but Jericho Sims kind of had no choice but to play with Mitchell Robinson being out and Nerlens Noel. Jericho Sims was going to get those backup 5 minutes, and I thought it was great that we didn't just throw him in the fire. Like, he got to see what Taj Gibson was doing, but Jericho Sims looked lost. He's an athletic freak of nature. Him rolling to the basket is awesome. Like, when he's in the dunker spot, he's a beast. But when he's not in the dunker spot, he's hesitant. He looks scared. He doesn't know what to do, because if he's like like literally inches away from the basket or not even close to the basket, he has no idea what to do with the ball at all. Like, he really doesn't. His decision making has ways to go. So we'll see if he gets action in this game versus the Wizards, if he's really improved watching the film, knowing where to go with the ball quicker, because it's going to be even quicker in the regular season, and it's going to be even more competitive. But another thing we have to really look at here is, are the rookies going to get burned? I know at the end of the day, Quentin Grimes was a second-round pick and Miles McBride was a second-round pick, and now we're trying to compete in the playoffs. This isn't the old rebuilding Knicks of just, like, play the young players, because, like, you want to see the veterans, you want to see these experienced players. You want to see, like, the guy you took 3rd overall of RJ Barrett. You're trying to win basketball games. Like, for sure, you don't want to take any risks of putting rookies in, making rookie mistakes, and being one of the main reasons you lose games. But this is the preseason. Like, we were literally blowing out the Indiana Pacers most of the game, and we didn't see Miles McBride or Quentin Grimes until like 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Like, that was pretty awful to see. Like, Tom Thibodeau, we know he doesn't love playing rookies, but maybe they're just not playing well in practice. Maybe they still have to prove themselves to Tom Thibodeau. We'll see if Tom Thibodeau ends up getting his results, but I really hope they get burned in the 2nd preseason game. But the reason I think we didn't see much of the rookies, or like why the starters actually started in the second half of the game, like Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, RJ, Randall, Mitch, or not Mitch, I wish Mitch was playing, Taj Gibson at the time, is because maybe Tom Thibodeau treated this like first preseason game up against the Indiana Pacers like kind of like a regular season game. I know it was the opposite for the Pacers. They played their starters, but not the entire time. I know they had guys like Harris LeVert out and TJ Warren out with injuries or just health concerns. But they didn't play their starters in the second half like we did. But maybe Thibodeau was like, yes, like, we've practiced together, we've gained chemistry in practice, but how are we up against like opposing NBA teams that like they don't practice against us like every single day? So how will we actually look versus an Indiana Pacers, if you know what I'm saying? So maybe they were like, we kind of have to treat this like a regular season game. How's the chemistry? Are we going to fold when there's adversity? Like, is the communicating out there on the court good when they're just not around a certain environment of like the opposing Knicks defense, or like your teammates guarding you? Like, it's different when your teammates are guarding you and you, like, for example, if I'm just taught, like, Miles McBride's my teammate, I talk to him every single day, like, I've built this relationship, like Taj Gibson and all that, and I play against him in practice. I just feel comfortable because I know that's my guy. While you're playing against the Pacers, maybe TJ Warren's not your friend, DeMontis Sabonis isn't your friend, maybe that made no sense at all. But you want to see how your starters are, or how the chemistry is up against opposing NBA teams in like a real NBA setting, or just a real live NBA game setting. But let me know down below your thoughts. Like, what are you looking out for versus the Washington Wizards? Who are you looking forward to seeing? Kuzma should be interesting. Spencer Dinwiddie. We know Bradley Beal is an absolute stud. I actually think Daniel Gafford's an underrated big freak athlete, crazy second jump. Let me know down below your thoughts, and peace out, y'all.